Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. I'm out in my backyard, and for the past, what time is it? See my watch here. Almost 3 hours. I've been working on getting that Radio Shack multi-band antenna installed. It's amazing. A 15-minute job, 3 hours. Anyway, I don't know how well you can see it, and maybe I'll zoom in a little bit, but it's connected to that pole right there. It's about 12 feet in the air at the top, comes down, 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 down. Where the heck am I? Down to a rope in that tree. So that's one leg. And then it goes down, 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 down to, I don't know if you can see it. Let me get this situation so I can hold a little steadier. That orange PVC pole right there, it goes to that. And so the two elements are fully stretched out. Like I said, the peak is maybe 12 feet. Yeah, 12 feet. And then the coax, where is it? Right there. See that little, looks like a T there? That's a T connector. And the coax comes down, and it goes behind, where the heck am I? Behind that door into, and let me get up. Hopefully I won't break my neck. Into the window right here, which I have at least a dozen other cables going in here. Let me back up here a little bit. Where's my zoom? Oop, wrong way. So there's my collage and mess of cables coming in. I'll move around. Oh, there's one of my cats. Move around here to the front yard, show you some of the other antennas. They probably won't show up too good. I gotta sit down. I got to sit down. Otherwise the camera will be really shaky. Okay. Probably can't see it, but there is a slinky antenna. It goes up into that tree there and comes up to there, and then also up there, which is it's a little too low. So I'm had my handyman move those pulleys up higher on the pole so I could get the antennas higher. That MFJ infed there, I couldn't pull it all the way up because I need to loosen the rope that goes into the tree so I can pull it up the pole. And then of course there's my satellite antennas for working satellites. Unfortunately the rotor is kaput, so it doesn't work. And then there's two disc cone antennas on the peak there. Let me see where I'm at. On the peak, and I'll try zooming and holding this steady. Whoops. There's a disc cone antenna. And then there's my G5RV on the end of that stick, which one leg comes down here to over there, and the other one goes to the backyard. So that's most of my antennas. I have several around the other side of the house that are not being used right now. They need to be taken down and worked on, whatever. So let's go inside. And I need to zoom out, otherwise it's going to be really shaky. There we go. So I'm going to go inside. This is my workshop, which is very, very messy. I temporarily have that antenna. You see that wire coming down there, actually loops around my table here. And I've got my satellite 800 running on 15 megahertz. And I've got the antenna hooked to that switch there so I can switch between that antenna, the Radio Shack antenna, and my MFJ 31-foot vertical antenna, which is my best antenna right now. So right now, the Radio Shack antenna is hooked to the radio. And WWV on 15 megahertz is coming in pretty good. Now let me switch it. There's no antenna. There's vertical, a little better. Signal level is a little higher, which I would suspect it would be, because the peak or the end of that antenna, the 31-foot vertical antenna, is 31 feet. So it's way up there, which is typically the higher you can get an antenna, the better it's going to work. The other thing is, you probably saw, I have a lot of trees that have overgrown. My handyman yesterday helped me trim some of it back, so at least I can see the antennas, but it does block, especially for the disc cones, because they're for VHF and UHF, and you need the antenna needs a clear shot to any transmitters. So what I'm going to have to do eventually is have a tree trimmer come and top off those two trees over there, because they're just vertically so high, they just swamp out my antenna. These signals going to my antenna, plus that's in the east direction. In the west direction is the house, the second story, so that's a block. So the only thing I'm good for right now somewhat is north-south, and it's not that great. Now the vertical antenna I've shown you before, it's right outside my workshop, and the new antenna I installed, the Radio Shack antenna, is facing one leg is southwest and one leg is almost north. So it's not totally linear in a linear plane, but it's doing pretty good. For only being like 12 feet in the air, it's doing pretty good. So that's about it. I will next thing I'm going to do is rest. I spent the whole morning getting that antenna up, and then when I came in here and looked at the coax cable that I used, it didn't have a connector on it, so I had to put a new connector on it. So I'm not very good at putting on connectors anymore nowadays. Not patient. So that's done. So it's got a brand new connector on it. I don't know how well I soldered it in. And then we will get my MFJ analyzer and check out, once again, we'll check out the vertical antenna, and then right after that we'll check out this new antenna. Well, I say new, it's the first time I've used it. It's been in a bag probably for 30, 35 years. And here's the paperwork on it. And this is the way it should be installed right there. And I came close. I don't know if it gives you, it says to use two 10-foot sections, would be 20 feet at the top. I got it up maybe 12 to 15. And that's about it. Like I say, once I get cleaned up and rest for a little bit, I'll bring my analyzer down here in the workshop, and then we'll do some more scientific testing, and besides just this comparison of two antennas and a given frequency. That's it. Let me just try 10 megahertz. I don't know if it's very good right now. It's, what time is it? It's 9:30. It's there. It's the vertical antenna. Switch over. That seems to be a little noisier. Quite a bit noisier. Now, of course, There's lots of variables here. There's different coax cable. The antennas are in different places. If you saw the beginning of this show, this Radio Shack antenna is close to the power lines. I'll probably do some testing where I take down one of my antennas that's in the front yard, further away from the power line, and see if that improves anything. So that's about it. I'm exhausted. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Bye-bye.